Solvete omnes. Welcome to the review video for infinitives, participles, and imperatives for the third and fourth conjugation. So for the infinitives, remember we have both active and passive for both the present, perfect, and future. So the thing to note here is the present passive. So again, the present active is just that second principal part, but for the third and third IO, notice here, you drop off that whole ERE and add an I. So remember that for the third and third IO, 3 letters drop off and you add an I. The perfect and future are formed just like the other conjugations. The perfect is the third principal part plus isse. The perfect passive is the fourth principal part plus esse. And then the future is that fourth principal part with rus and esse. And then for the future passive, you form the gerundive, which is formed by using the stem vowel, and then endus. And then to make it an infinitive, you add esse. Same over here with third. The fourth has the same pattern, but again, for the fourth, you don't drop off 3, you just drop off that one letter, that E, and put an I there, much like the first and second conjugations. So now the participles. Remember the present active participles, you use that stem vowel, and then it ends entis, and this declines like a third declension adjective. The entis is the genitive singular. And then everything else here is the same. Fourth principal part here for the passive infinitive, perfect passive infinitive. Oh, excuse the typo, there's 2 T's here, but it's just urus aum for the future. And then again, that future passive participle, the gerundive, the stem vowel that you'd use for both the active, present active and participle and the imperfect. And then endus, aum, and that declines like a first and second. No surprises here when you look at the third IO. And then the fourth, again, following that same pattern. Oh, I'm getting T happy here. There's 2 T's here as well. But again, no surprises following that same pattern. Imperatives. So these are a little different. So for the third and third IO, you have a change. And so you go from pone A with an E to ponite with an ITE, and cop A with an E to cop ite. Again, the third and third IO follow a different pattern for imperatives than the other conjugations. You go back to keeping the vowel the same with the fourth, like you do with the first and second. You go I and ITE. I hope you found that helpful, and keep studying Latin. Volete omnes.